Something like lithography in respect to how it fits into the program, it is a very isolated kind of process, and I see it only as, say, an instrument and in, say, the student's orchestra. Printmakers get together to talk about how they're basically second-class citizens in the art field. And yet practically every major artist in the last 200 years has done prints and done some wonderful ones. My influences initially when I was in art school were other printmakers, because I think when you come out of, or when you're in art school, the process of printmaking provides techniques that are really quite unusual and rare and very dramatic for somebody who just does painting and drawing. Once I got going, my interest sort of waned more toward artists that I respected more in a broader sense, meaning I started to look more at painters and sculptors rather than printmakers for ideas. I always think that artists go through cycles of different ideas, and to me this machinery thing was one cycle, and this print here was sort of the beginning of another, which was based on more of a kind of abstraction that dealt with, again, very minuscule sort of objects, flicks of marks, very, very complex and almost like a language or writing. The current work that I'm doing really has less emphasis on printmaking and more on just using any means I can to kind of transform some idea that I've got. And the ideas seem to come from elements I find around that are discarded elements, objects, or I add and subtract to them. Some of the things I'm doing now that deal with taking prints that have textures and surfaces printed on them and then cutting them up and making new kind of three-dimensional structures out of them.